Hello students, a very good morning to all the students. So students, in our last class we have gone through certain organisms which have an excellent sense of smell. And with the help of that sense of smell, they used to collect their prey. So students, today we are going to start with a new topic, that is sense of vision. So in this topic we will basically deal with certain organisms which have a very good eyesight. Okay, so they have very good sense of eyesight, so we are going to study about them. So some birds and insects have good eyesight. So students, there are some birds and insects which have very good eyesight. They depend on their sense of sight to locate their prey. So in order to locate their prey, so in order to collect their food, they depend on their sense of sight. That means they depend on their eyes. Okay. So eagles and hawks are able to spot their prey while flying high. So students, the birds like the eagles and the hawks are able to spot their prey even while flying very high. So now moving on to the next one, that is insect. So insects such as the ants, flies and bees have very large compound eyes made up of thousands of micro eyes. So students, in case of insects such as the ants, flies and bees, they have a large compound eyes just like this. Okay. So what happened? These compound eyes are made up of thousands of small micro eyes. So students, the compound eyes are very large and that compound eyes are made up of very small micro eyes. Okay, so I hope you know the meaning of micro. So mini means very small and micro are just a little larger than the mini. Okay, so compound eyes help the insect to spot the fast moving prey. So students, with the help of these compound eyes, they are able to spot the very fast moving prey. Okay. So now moving on to the next one, that is owl. So students, owls are active at night. So we all know that owls are active at night. They are called nocturnal animals. So students, those animals which are active at night are known as nocturnal animals. They have large eyes that help them to see even in dim light. So this is an owl and I hope you can see these large eyes. And with the help of these large eyes, they can see even in dim light. Okay, so they have large sensitive ear opening to catch the faintest sound and locate their prey even in complete darkness. So students, in case of owl, they have very large and sensitive ear opening. With the help of that ear opening, they can even hear the smallest and the very light sound. Okay, and they can locate their prey even in complete darkness. So they have soft fluffy feathers that enable them to fly in complete silence and catch their prey. So students, the owls have very soft and fluffy feathers. Okay, and that fluffy and soft feather enable them to fly in complete silence. Okay, and in that complete silence, they can also catch their prey. Okay, they can collect their food. Okay. Now the third one is sense of hearing. So students, now we are going to understand about certain organisms which have a very good sense of hearing, and with the help of that hearing, they used to collect their prey. Okay, so a bat sleeps through the day in sheltered places and wakes up at night. So students, in case of bat, what happens? They sleep throughout the day in their sheltered place. That means the place where the bat resides, and wakes up at night. It makes high-pitched sound using its mouth or nose. So student, a bat produces a very high-pitched sound with the help of their mouth or the nose. When this sound wave meet an object, they produce echoes. So the high-pitched sound that are produced by the bat, when they meet an object, they produce an echo. So echo is basically the repetition of the word. So I hope you know the meaning of echo, and the echoes bounce off the object and return to the bat. So students, when the sound wave meet an object, the echo is produced, and then these echoes, they bounce off the object, and then what happened, they return to the bed. Okay, so these echoes help the bed to locate its food. So with the help of this echo, it will locate its food. Okay, this special technique is known as echolocation. So with the help of the echoes, they used to collect their food, and this technique is known as echolocation. So you can see echolocation in case of bats. So now whales and dolphins also locate their food through echolocation. So students, not only bats but whales and dolphins also locate or collect their food through the echolocation technique. So nocturnal animals such as owl, nightjars and kakapos have a very strong sense of hearing that help them to find their food in complete darkness. So I hope you know the meaning of nocturnal animal now. Those animals which are very active during the night time, such as the owls, nightjars and kakapos. So this is nightjars, this is a kakapos. So they have very strong sense of hearing, and with the help of that hearing sense, they used to collect their food even in complete darkness. Alright, so now moving on to next one, that is animals also sleep. So students, not only human being but animals also sleep. So our body needs rest. So we all know that our body need rest. So we sleep. So why do we sleep? Because our body need rest. When we sleep, our mind and body are not active. Yeah, whenever we sleep, our body and mind also sleeps with us. Animals also need sleep. Yeah, I already told you that not only human being but animals also need sleep. Different animals sleep for different duration of time. So we all know that there are different animals who used to sleep at different duration. That means the time of their sleep is different. Some animals sleep for a short period of time while others sleep for a long period of time. So there are some animals who sleep only for a short period of time, whereas there are also some animals who sleep for a longer period of time. The duration of sleep depends on the following factors. So there are certain factors on which the different duration of sleeps are dependent. So number one is amount of food. So big animals eat large amount of food because they need more energy. So students, we all know that certain big animals, they eat large amount of food because they need more energy. So they need plenty of time to eat and digest their food. So if we take large amount of food, then we will need a plenty of time in order to digest that food. So it is for this reason that they sleep for a short period. So as they require more time for digestion, so they have a very small time or short time for their sleep. The African elephant, for example, sleeps only for 3 hours a day. So students, African elephant will sleep only for 3 hours a day. Okay. So horses sleep for less than 3 hours and the cows sleep for 4 hours a day. So in a day, horse will sleep less than 3 hours and cow will sleep about 4 hours. Okay. So next is to conserve energy. Some big animals need to conserve energy. So there are some big animals who needs to conserve their energy. So they sleep for many hours. So in order to conserve their energy, they used to sleep for many hours. Because if we sleep, we do not perform any work and thus our energy is not wasted. So pythons, for example, sleep for about 15 hours a day if they are hungry. That means whenever the pythons are hungry, they used to sleep for about 15 hours or as many as 20 hours a day after feeding. So after feeding also they may sleep up to 20 hours. So tigers sleep 16 hours a day and bats sleep for around 20 hours a day. So these are the different hours that animals used to spend while they sleep. Okay. So animal behavior varies in sleeping time. So students, most of the animals sleeps at night, but the animals like the owls, bat and mice sleep during daytime. So students, I already told you that The animals like the owls, bat and mice, they are nocturnal animals. That means they used to spend their daytime in sleeping, but they are very active in night time. So next is animal behavior varies in sleeping place. So their behavior also varies while they are in sleeping place. So animals such as giraffe, zebras and elephant sleep in the open. So students, elephant, zebras and giraffe, they sleep in the open, but leopards sleep on the tree branches and seals and hippos sleep under water. So migratory birds sleep while they are flying across the oceans. Moles and rabbits sleep in the burrows. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. Now the last one is animal behavior varies in sleeping posture. So animal behavior also varies in different sleeping postures. So horses sleep while standing, bats sleep upside down. So I hope you can see this one. A horse is sleeping while it's standing, and a bat is sleeping while it's just upside down. Bat used to sleep upside down. That means they used to hang themselves in a certain place and they used to sleep in that position only. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. With this we complete this chapter. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. And yeah, thank you and have a good day.